Great. Another movie with a lead actor whose name I can't pronounce. Matthias Schoenaerts. Fuck it. For this review, I'm calling him Mr. Jingles. Disorder. So Disorder is a French movie that stars Matthias Schoenaerts. Mr. Jingles. It stars Mr. Jingles and Diane Kruger. So Mr. Jingles plays an ex-military soldier who has finally come home but has started to have nightmares. There's problems with his hearing, and as much as he'd want to, there's a strong chance that he might not be able to go back. So until he finds out if he's healthy enough to go back, he takes on little jobs as a security guard. And while looking after this guy's house during a party, he finds out from his friend who knows he needs the money that the guy's looking for someone to watch the house, his wife and his son while he goes away for 2 days. And Mr. Jingles, needing the money, takes this job. However, when he starts noticing things and people following him, he starts to feel like he hasn't been told everything he needs to know. That, or this could all be in his head due to paranoia. And that's what I really liked about this movie. The suspense is built up really well. For the first 2/3 of this movie, you don't know whether this guy is actually paranoid or whether someone is actually coming after this family. And I thought that was great. It built up the tension, it keeps you on the edge of your seat, it keeps you invested in the story. And while you're watching, you can see that the director took extra special care with every shot she decided to do. This is a very well-directed movie with 2 great performances. The first by the lead actor whose name I really wish I could pronounce because he was great in this movie. His character was interesting, he's a bit of a badass, and you kind of feel sympathy towards him because you don't know whether all this is in his head or whether it's real. And the guy did a great job of portraying that. The other great performance is by Diane Kruger, who I also thought was good in the movie. I liked her character, I liked her back and forth with Matthias Schoenaerts with Mr. Jingles. However, there is a point in this movie where something happens and she's told to leave by Mr. Jingles, and she refuses to do it, and at that point I was just like, yeah, that was a stupid decision, wasn't it? As for the rest of the cast, they were fine, I guess. I really didn't like the little boy in this movie. And that's not to say that all child actors are bad and I hate all child actors, because I don't. There are some really good talented child actors out there. But I felt no connection with this kid, and it didn't seem like Mr. Jingles did either. To be honest, he had more of a connection with the family dog rather than the kid. And when the movie's main intention is to make you care about the people that this guy is caring for, then it should have invested more in the child, because to be honest, if he'd have been killed, I probably wouldn't have cared. Does it sound bad that I just said that I wouldn't have cared if a child died in the movie? But that's what it felt like. I will say that the action is really well done in this movie. There's no score over it as they're fighting, so you can hear every hit, you can hear every gunshot. And that to me made it a bit more effective. It felt more brutal, more real. And as for the score in this movie, I can say it's okay. It's not phenomenal, it's not something that you'll always remember, but it definitely worked for the scenes that it was in. And there is a certain beat that is heard throughout the movie that you can also hear in the trailer, and it's mainly on when Mr. Jingles is alone. God, I really wish I could pronounce his name, guys. But whenever he's alone, there's this beat going on, and I kind of feel like that's what's inside his head. That's something that he's hearing. That is something that's messing with him, and I thought it really worked. Now there's a point in this movie during the 3rd act where I feel it slowed down. Throughout the first 2/3 of the movie, the suspense has kept building and building and building, but for the first half of the last act, it just felt very nothing. And that's the best way I can describe it. Nothing really happens during the first half of the last act. Sure, the characters are thrown in dialogue, but it's not enough to keep you fully interested. But then the last part of the 3rd act happens, and that's pretty badass as well, so it does kind of make up for that. So in the end, guys, Disorder has 2 great performances by the lead actors. It's well directed, the action scenes are really well shot, it builds suspense really well, and although the rest of the cast were okay and the score was okay, and a little moment in the 3rd act where it slows down but then it does pick back up again, I will give Disorder 3 stars. Guys, if you are a fan of foreign movies, I definitely recommend you check this movie out. If you're not a fan of the whole subtitle movie thing, then you won't like this movie. So, Disorder, have you guys seen it yet? What did you think about it? Are you interested in me reviewing more foreign movies? If so, let me know in the comment section below. Thanks ever so much for watching, guys. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Share the video with your friends, it'll help my channel out a lot. Subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. Thanks again for watching, I'll see you in the next one.